What's up, guys? Today on People Now.
How Johnny Depp and Amber Heard settled out of court for $7 million.
Amy Schumer opens up about her relationship with her boyfriend.
I can't wait a moment more. Got it. Tell me quando.
Meet the man who is inspiring everyone with hope and spreading joy.
As he sings with his dad who suffers from Alzheimer's.
Plus,
we've got the woman behind all those pies from the Broadway musical Waitress live here in our studio kitchen making pies for us.
Yum!
Woo! Good morning, guys. Welcome to People Now. We're streaming live. Great to see you today. Lots to get to. We are making pies this morning. Very excited about that, plus so much more to get to. Here's what you need to know and what's trending. Beginning with a pretty tough story. We have more chilling news this morning on that shocking story out of Florida, where the 19-year-old Florida State University student and fraternity brother, Austin Harrop, is accused of stabbing a couple to death and trying to eat one victim's face. A man who went to high school with Austin tells People about his friend, saying that Austin lost his way after graduating and began to, quote, play with some things he shouldn't have. The friend of the teen, who asked to remain anonymous, tells People Austin is a good kid. People always make mistakes in college and have fun. Whatever happened isn't Austin. He isn't himself now. Austin allegedly stabbed John Stevens III and Michelle Mishkan repeatedly on Monday night as the couple sat in their garage with the door open. The Martin County Sheriff William Snyder tells People the couple were both killed in the attack. He continued saying the suspect was on top of our victim, clutching him in a bear hug and biting him in the face. It was an impossible task to get him off the victim. The sheriff went on about the difficulty of the incident when they arrived to the couple's home on Monday night. Watch what he had to say.
Somebody not feeling pain, not responding to a dog biting, not responding to repeated stuns from a taser does look, inexplicably as it sounds, like a completely unprovoked and random attack.
The source told People that hearing about his friend's alleged crime made his stomach turn. He went on to say that Austin is a super kind-hearted kid and whatever happened isn't him. The sheriff said that he would not be surprised if Austin was under the influence of Flocka at the time of the attack. Flocka is a psychoactive stimulant that has been linked to bizarre behavior and drug overdose. Snyder said the toxicology reports ruled out cocaine, marijuana, and methamphetamine. Austin has been charged with aggravated battery and will be charged with home invasion and 2 counts of murder. Stay with People.com for all the updates on this shocking story. Well, guys, after 3 grueling months of negotiations, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard have finally reached a settlement in their divorce, and in a joint statement to People, the actors agreed neither party has made false accusations for financial gain. There was never any intent of physical or emotional harm, and Amber wishes the best for Johnny in the future. In addition, Heard has dismissed her domestic violence case against Depp, who will pay the actress a reported $7 million in settlement money to end their 15-month marriage. LA family law expert Stephen Mendel, who is not associated with the case, tells People this is a settlement that both parties can be happily unhappy with, and those are usually the best settlements. Heard insisted from the beginning that none of her actions are motivated by money, and said in their joint statement that she is, quote, donating financial proceeds from the divorce to a charity, establishing that her integrity is especially important. Mendel saying Amber's credibility is probably the most important thing to her because she knows she's going to get a lot of money no matter what. At the end of the day, she needs to make sure her credibility is intact, and this statement adequately suffices to maintain her credibility. Now, while both parties seem to agree to disagree in their statement, Mendel explains no one can say Heard was a liar in this case because there's now a public statement saying no one lied for financial gain. And if you think the lump sum of $7 million is maybe low compared to Depp's huge estimated fortune, who reportedly earned $350 million for the first 4 Pirates of the Caribbean movies alone, Mendel explains how quickly that money can actually go. He says even though the numbers are massive, they crush down very quickly because a lot of people have their hands in Depp's pockets and half goes to taxes. It's very similar to what happens to lottery winners. By the time the taxes come out, the payments aren't as big as you think. Mendel also says that Heard's domestic violence allegations probably made Depp put more money on the table than he normally would have. And as for timing, Mendel says it's no coincidence a settlement was reached the eve of Depp's restraining order hearing, saying that going to trial was not going to help either party. and that, quote, Depp doesn't want to be deposed for a whole bunch of reasons, not the least of which is the deposition video or transcript that could be leaked, and that he doesn't want anybody to misinterpret what he may have said. And what about that leaked video allegedly showing a fight between Heard and Depp? It got all those headlines yesterday. Well, Mandel says the video could have precipitated the settlement due to the fact that Depp appeared to be drinking alcohol, which could have had damaging effects on Depp. Now, lastly, the lawyer says that the fatigue factor could be a huge reason a settlement was finally reached, saying this: at a certain point, people get exhausted with the process. The question is, who's in better condition to withstand the stress? And it's ridiculous, unhealthy levels of stress. We'll keep you posted on that story. Well, guys, in this week's People, we're going inside comedian Amy Schumer's new book, The Girl with the Lower Back Tattoo, where the funny girl opens up about everything from her past with her parents, an abusive ex, finding love, and how she's actually a huge introvert. Now, in the book, Amy doesn't hold anything back, but one of the more startling revelations Schumer makes in the book and writes about is her strained relationship with her mom, who actually left her dad for the father of Amy's best friend. Plus, she gets candid about her boyfriend, Chicago furniture designer Ben Hainish, who she met through an online dating app. She says, it was clear and easy from the start. No games. He was sweet. He didn't know who I was. Now we're just together. And in the People article, we get an exclusive excerpt from her new book where she gets funny about the fact that she's actually really shy, saying, I can stand on stage all night talking to thousands of people about my most private feelings, like the fact that I eat like the glutton in the movie Seven when I'm drunk, but I really don't do well at parties. Usually, I will find a corner and begin haunting it like the girl from The Ring, hoping no one will come talk to me. If you want more of insight into Amy's life, her book, The Girl with the Lower Back Tattoo, is out now. Definitely a funny read, no doubt about it.
Okay, two shocking things: that she's an introvert, and also that she met Ben on a dating app.
Yeah, right.
Who knew? That's
and that
crazy.
he didn't know who she was.
I don't.
Sis dude. Come on.
I don't believe that.
He played that card well.
Because that was recently. How do you not know who Amy Schumer is?
Yeah, right. And maybe it's kind of like, is he so out of touch with pop culture that maybe that, if that's true, maybe that helps?
That's possible.
I don't know. Anyway, you have even more trending news for us.
I do. Take a look. That's Katy Perry's summer staple, Teenage Dream, and it looks like the music superstar might be living her own teenage dream right now with her main squeeze, Orlando Bloom. And in this week's People magazine that hits newsstands everywhere this Friday, we're learning all about Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry's hot relationship and just how serious it's getting. Katy and Orlando have been dating for 6 months now, and they're still going strong. After their Sardinian getaway this summer, where they did everything from snorkeling to yachting, and even Orlando was caught paddleboarding naked, it looks like their relationship could be taking the next step. A Bloom source says Orlando and Katy are not engaged yet, but it seems they are heading this way. He would love to settle down with her and have more kids. Well, ever since Katy divorced Russell Brand in 2011, she's been a bit more cautious. A Perry insider says that her divorce really messed her up emotionally, and that she's not going to rashly make a huge commitment like marriage again unless she thinks it's absolutely right. Well, Bloom and Perry were first publicly spotted being affectionate with one another at a Golden Globes after party in January, and Katy has even met Orlando's 5-year-old son Flynn, who he had with his ex-wife Miranda Kerr. The adorable couple have traveled everywhere together, and a source close to Orlando Bloom tells people how much he gushes over Katy and that he thinks she is amazing in a million ways. Well, King Gold Chains is being sued for, well, not paying for his gold chains. Yes, Tyga, who just settled his $480,000 lawsuit with his former landlord, is now being asked by jeweler Jason Arajaban of Jason of Beverly Hills to pay back the money he reportedly owes him since 2012. When the jeweler first filed suit in 2013, he tried to collect over $180,000 in costs and late fees. The total rose again in January of 2014 when court papers obtained by People show a judge entered a default judgment against Tyga, ordering him to pay over $200,000. Tyga's rep told TMZ at the time that the situation was all a misunderstanding. But the judgment has yet to be paid, and more fees have since built up, making the total Tyga owes in excess of $270,000. The jeweler's attorney, Danny Abir, tells People, Mr. Stevenson gives away cars, jewelry, and cash. We will question his source of funds. Where's the money? What are you spending it on? What are your assets? Will you be able to pay up for all of this? The lawyer goes on to explain their plan of action to take against the rapper, saying, "We are going to make a demand on him, and depending on how he responds, we will proceed that way. We are trying to resolve this privately without resorting to enforcement mechanisms. If that fails, we will utilize all tools available to enforce our clients' rights." Well, we will keep you posted on that. Well, guys, we are continuing our Rio coverage, and joining me now is 1996 gold medalist Dominique Moceanu to break down the women's floor exercise final. Dominique, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. So let's get right to it. Simone Biles dominated the floor exercise Tuesday, earning her 4th gold medal with a nearly flawless 15.966. Dominique, is it safe to say that she could be considered one of the greatest gymnasts of all time?
She could definitely be considered one of the greatest gymnasts of all time. She recently surpassed one of the American records and is now the current most decorated American gymnast of all time. With 19 world and Olympic medals, Simone is truly cementing her name in history, and she has had a phenomenal Olympic Games.
And it's so amazing. She's so fun to watch. What impresses you the most about Simone Biles?
Simone has an incredible mental strength as well. We've talked a lot about her physicality, but she really can perform under pressure. She thrives under pressure, and she can get the job done, as we saw in Rio. So she has an incredible mental strength as well.
Amazing. Well, Aly Raisman earned a silver and capped off Team USA's gymnastic dominance in Rio. And Aly said that she might come back for 2020 to compete in Tokyo. Can Aly compete at this level at 26 years old? What are your thoughts on this?
I think Aly can do anything she puts her mind to. As we've seen, it's really hard to stick around 4 more years and put your body and mind through so much training and endurance. But if she wants to come back, I have no doubt that she can. But right now, I think all of these ladies are looking for an incredibly long break and vacation before they start their post-Olympic tour.
Yeah, what does that feel like to take a break after the Olympics? You've done it. Is it amazing?
It's awesome. You can eat whatever you want. You can have fun. You can go to the beach. You can take it easy and not train 8 hours a day, every day almost.
That must be the best feeling ever.
It's really nice to have that break.
That must be amazing. So last night, Simone met one of her celebrity idols, Zac Efron. I saw this all over Twitter. Really sweet moment. We saw the video of them together. He even gives her a little kiss. She was kind of freaking out. Has anything like this ever happened to you, Dominique, at the Olympics?
I actually asked her about this moment, and I sent her a message. I said, "I thought you about died when you saw Zac Efron," and she said, "I just about did." So it was really a cute moment. She's adorable in every way. And for me, Bruce Willis and Demi Moore threw us and our team after the '96 Olympics a surprise Planet Hollywood party. So that was a really cool moment. And when the Dream Team 2 came up to our team and wanted our autographs, that was a really cool moment for us as well.
So cool. What is that like not randomly, but then being thrown into the spotlight after you won your gold? Is it overwhelming? Is it you just take it all in?
It's going to be overwhelming when these ladies come to the United States for a while. They are going to live their life now under the microscope and under a lens that they had no idea existed beforehand. Aly and Gabby did to a degree, but now it's on a magnified scale. So when they come home, they're all going to have to adjust their lifestyle because they can't just go to the mall and not get mobbed. Yeah. So you're going to have to figure out that happy balance in life and how they're going to pursue that and also live a normal and happy life too.
Well, Dominique Moceanu, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
The day starts like the rest we've seen, an undercarbon copy of an old routine.
Days keep coming,
One out, one in, they keep coming.
make that coffee strong enough to chew.
Don't know what I wish I had, but there's no time now for thinking things like that. I got too much to do.
Well, guys, Waitress is one of the hottest musicals on Broadway right now, and when you walk in to see the show, the entire theater actually smells like pie, just like it should be. I'm here with the person that is responsible for making the Waitress Theater smell so good. For all this pie, Stacey Donnelly, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So good to see you. You're the official pie consultant for the Broadway show, owner of Cutest Cake here in New York City. That's a very exciting thing. Look, the job just overall blows my mind. I want to know how to become a pie consultant. Where do I begin?
You have to make pie. pie.
Oh, okay, that's a good place to start. That's one good thing. All right, and then it just goes on from there. It snowballs.
It just goes on from there. It's really fun. We've had a great creative team on the show, and they just wanted to make the show as realistic as possible.
Look at the spread we have here.
know.
Now, what you guys don't see, we have more pies. We're going to be making pies, the whole thing. That is interesting, though. When you walk into the theater for that Broadway musical Waitress, the theater smells like pie. How do you make the theater smell like pie? What do you do to pull it off?
We actually bake an apple pie in the lobby. We have an oven, a convection oven hidden in the back, so you can't see it, and we have an apple pie baking the whole time.
Who gets dibs on that pie for every
crew.
show? The crew does.
Yeah.
But it's like fighting over it,
They
right?
do.
Some sort of bidding war or something.
It's actually really funny because we dump a lot of cinnamon and nutmeg into the pie so that we get a really strong.
Okay, maybe a little more than you would need to taste good.
A lot more than.
Okay.
But it never goes to waste. They
All right.
seem to enjoy it anyway.
Very good stuff. Look at this spread. It's amazing. When we come back, Stacey is going to show me how to make one of the desserts from the show. It's called the Devil's Food Chocolate Oasis Pie. The name alone has my mouth watering. I cannot wait. So stick around for that.
And I cannot wait either. Well, stay with us, guys. The man who's spreading joy on Facebook, singing with his dad who suffers from Alzheimer's, joins us live this morning. Plus, do you remember Jane Fonda's iconic workout leotard? Well, it's up for auction, and we have all the details.
Oh, her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. You're amazing, just the way you are.
Don't miss all the latest amazing stories right at your fingertips. People love people.
Wow, guys, now that is a lot of pie. Stacey Donnelly is here. She's the official pie consultant for the Broadway musical Waitress. She's actually the only person other than the actresses who get a standing ovation every time she comes to the theater. It's because she's making pies for the crew and everything else all the time and for the show. And after seeing that piece and all those stats, it's unbelievable how much work I'm sure goes into making the pies.
Yes.
It seriously got me craving some pie here. So I'm in luck. You're going to show me how to make one of the signature pies from the musical Waitress. This one called the Devil's Food Chocolate Oasis Pie. What's the first step?
First step, we make the crust.
Okay.
So you
easy
have
enough.
about 21 chocolate sandwich cookies. Mash them up here in your food processor.
Okay, here's the pre-mash. It's already happened.
Pre-mashed already happened. Then you're going to take some melted butter and pour that on in.
Okay, here we go. I can do that. All right.
And we're going to quickly just blend that up. Make it nice and moist.
I feel like I could almost stop here and be happy, right? If
Oh,
I could just
I
spoon
easily
that
could.
out and good to
That's
go.
no problem. Put a little strawberries in there and you're good for the day.
Yeah, right?
Great, so we're just gonna take this off.
Okay.
And now, I'm just gonna have you mash up our crust.
Okay. So this is just making the crust. And so we've got the...
Very simple, very easy. Get your
Do
fingers.
you want me to get in there and do
Get
this?
your
We'll take the
fingers
ring
in
off.
there.
Here we
You want to
go.
just mash it up
Oh my
all down into that plate. Have a little fun. You can lick your
my.
fingers afterwards. You don't wanna tell
or
anybody.
during. I mean, come on.
During, I
This
mean,
is only for us. We're good
friends,
friends.
family, doesn't matter.
And me licking my fingers is the best way to ensure the crew doesn't eat this after the segment. It only goes to me.
Oh, I think the crew will eat it anyway. They won't care.
I think they will too.
So then you're
Oh,
going
man,
to
that's
take
good.
some sliced strawberries.
Okay.
And you're just going to place them on the bottom
Does
of the
this
crust.
need to look pretty, or do we
No, it
just throw
just
them on?
has to taste good.
Okay, right.
Doesn't really
That's
matter.
a good thing for me. Like, I'm not the biggest cook in the world, of course, or whatever.
You don't have to be.
With
this.
ingredients like this, I feel like you can't go wrong.
You can't. Whenever you just have lots of chocolate and whipped cream, it doesn't really matter what it looks like because it will always look good.
Okay.
Great. So then we have some chocolate chips.
Okay.
We're going to take some hot cream.
Oh my gosh.
And pour it right over.
How long do you heat the cream?
You just want to heat it till it simmers.
Okay.
And then you go ahead and stir that up for me, Jeremy.
Here's the good stuff, guys. Look at that.
Yes.
This is like melting the chocolate, right?
Melting the chocolate, and then this is what we have.
Okay. Let's
Finished.
imagine that I did that so well. Look what I've done, guys, in just a quick moment. My gosh, look at that perfectly melted chocolate from the cream.
You're a genius.
All right?
Okay, so now you're just going to pour that into the whipped cream, right into our whipped cream.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Again, like every single step of the way, it's like mouth-watering, even for breakfast.
It's just amazing. I could just lick that whole bowl. Right?
Do you ever get to a point where you're tired of this, or is it always like just mouth-watering delicious?
You know what? I really don't. I have an issue with chocolate. I just can't say no to it.
Oh my gosh, on this thing.
And that's just it.
Okay, so now we're mixing this up.
So you're gonna mix that up, and you just want to incorporate it all together.
Get it going.
Quick.
Yep.
And then that's your finished product. We're just gonna pour that right on top of your strawberries, right on top of your chocolate crust.
This?
And it's that easy.
Oh my gosh.
Just mound it right on
Is there
top.
a method to this, or just go?
Nope, just
go.
go.
This is my kind of pie. I mean, there is nothing to
perfect.
this. My gosh.
I mean,
It's
the
the easiest
hardest
thing ever,
part
right?
is putting the crust in the oven for 5 minutes before you.
Because you have to wait, like, to hold off that
That's
long.
it.
Look at that, guys. And this is just like the most amazing.
And there you go. And then you just take some whipped cream right here, some extra whipped cream that we made, and you just pour it on top.
Do we put a strawberry
Add
on
some
top?
extra strawberries.
Can I put a strawberry on top?
There you
Look
go.
at that.
And we're good to go.
1, 2, 3. I mean, my food decorating
Now, if you
skills-
brought that to somebody's house, would they not let you in?
But, yeah, anywhere you show up with this, it's gonna happen. The name of this one more time: Devil Oasis Chocolate Pie.
Devil's Food Chocolate Oasis Pie.
Unbelievable. Okay, now you showed us how to make it. Can we break down the ingredients for people who would love to make this at home? What goes into this pie?
You have 21 chocolate sandwich cookies, quarter cup of unsalted butter, melted or room temperature, 3 to 3 3/4 cup of cold whipping cream, 6 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips, 6 ounces of milk chocolate chips, 1 teaspoon vanilla, quarter cup plus a tablespoon of granulated sugar, and 10 strawberries.
This served as the perfect example to me of how it can be so scary in print right there, but so easy when you actually do it.
So
My gosh,
easy.
look at this. All right. Cannot wait to eat it. Can't wait to be a pie consultant. I think I've got a new calling in life after this. Thank you for that.
You want a job? Let me know.
You're not joking. At least to visit every time you're making a pie. Anyway,
Anytime,
all right,
every
so
day.
we're going to be back a little bit later in the show with Stacey to try this cake and some other favorite pies from the Broadway musical Waitress. Right now, though, Andrea is in the other studio. She's got a really inspiring story for us. Andrea, I'm going to take care of this while you...
I know it's the morning, but I think I could eat that entire pie for breakfast. All right, guys, there's a video taking over the internet right now, which is not only heartwarming, but also has a very powerful meaning behind it. Take a look.
To a joy beyond compare, I can't wait a moment more. Got it. Tell me quando.
That's Mat McDermott and his father, Ted, who's been a singer his entire life, but for the past 3 years, his memory has started to fade due to his battle with Alzheimer's disease. But thankfully, his gift for song still remains, and his son is sharing his talent with the world. And joining us live from across the pond is the man responsible for the videos, Mat McDermott. Mac, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Jay. How are you?
I'm really great. So, Mac, I love these videos. Everyone who watches these videos of you and your dad is immediately connected to your story. How did these carpool karaoke-esque videos originally come about?
Yeah, basically, my dad's always been a singer all his life, and he kind of started to forget some of the lyrics for some of the songs that he was singing. And I was really worried that we'd lose his voice. You know, I would forget what he sounds like. And what I did, I took him to a recording studio in Blackburn, where I live, to try and record. So we had a recording for myself and my family. And then basically after that, we went round the Ribble Valley in Lancashire, and we had his backing tracks with me, and I put them on, and we all just started singing together, me, my mum and my dad. And it just became a thing. I wanted to record it, so I put my camera phone on the dashboard and just recorded it and shared it with my friends. They really liked it. And then me and my dad went out that evening, and we just drove around again, recording things, and then it became a thing. We just went around and recorded us singing. And then I thought, what I wanted to do, I wanted to pay something back to the Alzheimer's Society, because I went through quite a bad period with how to deal with it all, because it's quite a tough time, really. My dad's behaviour changed, he got quite aggressive, he took a lot out on me and my mum. I mean, my mum took the brunt of it all. And I just didn't know what to do. There's nobody to talk to, and they have a phone line that you can pick up and speak to somebody. And it was after a really bad weekend. I didn't sleep the entire weekend. It must have been about 3 days of non-sleep, and my dad was just shouting every night and trying to have a go at me because he thought I was a stranger in the house. And I went back to London and I called them up, and I was just completely broken down on the phone. And it was that moment, the woman on the end of the phone just listened to me while I was crying for about 10 minutes, and then when I came back round, she kind of like started talking to me and saying, "This is what your dad's going through. This is what he's trying to understand the situation, and that's why all the aggression's coming out." So that kind of like helped. And for me, it was really important that there's other people out there who's going through the same thing that I went through, and I want them to be able to pick up a phone and speak to people, because it is really tough. And people just think Alzheimer's is people forgetting things, but it isn't. It's kind of like they forget things, but then they take it out on the family.
Yeah.
And it's for the family it's for the family where all the issues lie, really, because there's a lot of aggression, there's a lot of accusations, and it can be really, really tough. And if you don't know what's going on, I wanted somebody else who's in a bad situation to be able to pick up a phone and speak to somebody.
Well, I think it's so cool that you're showing us the side of your father as well. For people that don't know your dad, can you describe your dad's love of music, what he was like growing up?
Yeah, definitely. My dad's always been a singer. I mean, like, he's called the Song a Minute Man because when he used to do all the clubs and all the pubs in Blackburn, he was always kind of, he knew so many different songs. He'd go from one song to the next, to the next, to the next. You could talk about any song, he knows it. And my dad's quite a bit of a character. He's always like, he's a bit cheeky and everything. But yeah, he's a brilliant singer. He's fantastic. And I'm not just saying that because he's my dad, but he is a good singer. But I also wanted to, when I did the videos, I wanted to share my dad's voice with my friends, because, I say to people, my dad's a singer, but I don't think they realise how good he was.
You can still hear that he's a great singer.
Yeah. No, he's fantastic. He really, really is good. And I just wanted people to hear his voice. And I'm so pleased now that people around the world can hear his voice, because it's like, he's sung since he was 16, 17. He missed so many chances. I think he got a chance to go on at that time it was kind of like a Britain's Got Talent or an X Factor. But they couldn't afford the fare or the insurance to send him. So that was his big moment and he didn't get it. And so he just did bits of pubs and he became a redcoat. So yeah, I'm really glad that people can hear him sing now.
Well, and it's cool that so many people are sharing this video, and so many people over the world are connecting with these videos. What are some of the comments or responses from viewers that have really resonated with you?
Yeah, I mean, literally, my phone is full of messages. Facebook I've got like 7,000, 8,000 messages on there.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's going crazy. And initially I started to respond to them, but I just don't have there's so many that it's going to take me like a year to go through. There was a lot of people going through the same situation, and a lot of people said, there was this one woman that's specifically from America. She hasn't got Alzheimer's, she was very depressed in this, and she said, I haven't left the house for 3 days. And she said, I watched your video with you and your dad, and I just realised that, you've just got to enjoy life more, and life isn't that bad. And she said, this is my first time I've left the house.
Wow, that's incredible. And then you've actually, with these videos, you've actually raised over 70,000 pounds, which is over $100,000 US, for the Alzheimer's Society. That's so amazing. Did you ever see that coming?
No, not at all. I expected £500 at the most. Yeah, I didn't expect anything like this.
Well, for anyone watching, how can they donate?
If people want to donate, you can go to the Just Giving page, which is justgiving.com/songaminute, and you can find out more about my dad at facebook.com/songaminute as well.
Well, Mac, thank you so much for everything you're doing and for taking the time to talk to us. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift and Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth. proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story.
It's that time again. The stars are on the move, and we're following them in today's edition of Star Tracks. Well, we have more surprises from Rio. We surprised U.S. fencer Ibtihaj Muhammad. Check it out.
Hey, Charlie Walters here at the Visa Flip Flop Shop. I'm here with Ibtihaj Muhammad, and I'm so excited you have a bronze medal in fencing. Take a look.
Team USA, go to Rio and let them know what we're about. Go USA, go USA. Get it done, guys.
Hi, Team USA, you guys. Kick ass in Rio. Love you, I'm with you.
I love
Just
her.
do your best.
That's great. So some pretty cool
That's
A-list
awesome.
celebs there, yeah.
That's awesome.
How does that feel knowing that these people are back home watching you guys?
I mean, that's the beauty of the Olympics. It brings everyone under this one common, like, you know, we're uniting under this one thing of sport, and everybody here, everybody at home, we're all looking for the same thing.
Yeah.
We want to see our country successful, and I love that about the Olympics. Thank you so much to everyone for all your support of Team USA. We're so proud to say that we bought you back some hardware.
Well, really cool stuff, but wait, there's more. We even got to surprise American swimmer Conor Yeager. Watch this.
Hey, Charlie Walters here at the Visa Lounge with Conor Yeager, who is the new silver medalist for the men's 1500. So you become quite the immediate celebrity back at home during these games, and we actually have some shout-outs to show you that some celebs at home have done for the team. So we're gonna have you take a look.
Team USA, best of luck in Rio. Go get it, have fun, make us proud.
Team USA, best of luck in Rio. USA, USA, USA.
Pretty cool,
That's
huh?
so sick,
Yeah. Do you want to say anything back to the camera, just to those guys that shout out to you guys?
Yeah, really, that means so much. You know, we all kind of idolize you guys, so to see you, cheering us on, it really means a lot, so thank you.
Well, we are loving the surprises, and I gotta say, I'm gonna miss these once the Olympics are over, okay? All right, guys, moving on. This week's People shines a spotlight on Modern Family star Sofia Vergara's radiant beauty, and Sofia actually just turned 44, and she's loving being in her 40s. She says, it's great to be 44. There's so much at this time in your life. And Sofia shares what she loves most, saying, I think you're a better person. You're more mature. You know what you want. You know what's important, and you don't sweat the small stuff. I wish I had that knowledge in my 20s. But even though Sofia is very happy to be in her 40s, the Modern Family star says her least favorite thing about aging is the way things are changing physically. I have to work out my legs more because my knees are starting to look weird. Well, we think Sofia is doing amazing and looking phenomenal. And speaking of looking phenomenal, Jane Fonda is known for her many iconic looks over the years, and some of her best looks are being auctioned off. Yes, Julian's Auctions will be selling some of Jane's items on September 23rd. In this week's People, Jane comments on some of her iconic looks, starting with this one. Who can forget Jane's leotard from the cover of her workout book in 1981? Jane says, this is the only leotard I kept from my workout days. It's too big for me now. And here's another classic look that might be familiar to fans of the movie Rollover. This beautiful dress from the 1981 movie is being auctioned off as well. And here is Jane wearing the dress from the movie, and fun fact, she actually recycled this dress for her wedding to Ted Turner. Jane opens up to People about why she decided to reuse the dress for her third marriage. She says, my marriage to Ted was my third, so I wasn't going to buy a new dress. Hey, you gotta admit, pretty solid reason. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift, and Sarah Jessica Parker, and Liam Hemsworth. This is Jared Leto in People, photobombing Anne Hathaway, and Reese sneaking one in on Sophia and Joe. This is Dustin Hoffman, photobombing the dame herself, Judi Dench, proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
What's up, guys? It's Aaron, and I am so excited to be here at the premiere of War Dogs, where Jonah Hill and Miles Teller try to make some quick cash selling guns and have to clean up a mess in the process.
When I first met Todd, I don't think he knew that I'd been to Iraq. I'd written a script, and he said, how is the script so authentic? I went there. I actually went there.
You know, these guys are 22 when they're striking this giant arms contract. I was going to ask, what were you doing at 21 or 22?
I was trying to get a job
On Glee.
I was in Chicago.
Yeah.
And I was hanging out with my buddies.
Sure.
And now I'm here.
I was making a documentary back then about this punk rock icon who died at the end of the movie named Gigi Hadid when I was 22. So I was in over my head as well.
Not a rack over your head.
No, not Iraq.
Yeah,
no.
sure. Have you picked up any Arabic?
No, I have not picked up any Arabic.
So you were not in Morocco?
No, I was not in Morocco. I was at in sunny Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
And I did not travel overseas.
I did go to Romania.
Did you?
And yeah.
So you didn't learn Arabic, but you might have found Dracula.
Right.
Cool. If there's a sequel here, it's gonna get super Hotel Transylvania. One thing you learned about the world of massage therapy.
I learned that you really just need like 2 or 3 go-to moves.
If you could get into a business with one of your friends that you grew up with, that's not show business, what would you be doing with them?
Shoveling snow.
When I was in Iraq, the guy said to me, dude, you're really smart, you're cool. Why don't you stay out here and work with us in Iraq?
Cool, what a cool offer.
And I had to think, am I going to go back and be a screenwriter? I'm going to stay in Iraq and make insane amounts of money with these crazy guys.
I don't know. Well, one of them is a better story at the high school reunion.
I know. I came back and wrote the screenplay. Here I am, right?
Guess what? Guess you have to deal with the red carpets. All right, guys, it's clearing out here. Everybody's getting excited for the movie Inside. Make sure to check out War Dogs in theaters everywhere on August 19th.
Guys, the official pie consultant for the Broadway musical Waitress, Stacey Donnelly, is here with us again. Stacey, I had obviously so much fun earlier in the show making the Devil's Food Chocolate Oasis Pie. Here it is, Andrea. Andrea joins us here, the official taste tester. Go ahead, see what you think of my concoction.
Go ahead.
So you help make this.
Take
one.
as big a piece as you can.
Okay.
That's very, very good.
Again.
Oh my goodness, it's really good.
As we said, impossible to go wrong with that one,
it's
really.
pie. You should have pie for breakfast every day.
All right, so now here's the thing. Stacey makes so many different kinds of pies for the musical Waitress on Broadway. You actually brought some of the other pies with you. Let's break it down here, starting with this one. What do we have?
This is the Twisted Kentucky Pecan Pie. And this is actually served on stage every night as well.
As we
Oh, yeah. And
All 3 of these pies are actually served every night on stage.
And? No, it's fantastic, of course.
No, this is really good.
Unbelievable. That's really good.
My hidden ingredient I had to leave out today was bourbon because I wasn't quite
Oh,
sure.
you put?
I put
That's how
bourbon
you get
in
in the
it
door around
normally.
here. What are you talking about?
I know.
All right, so let's move on down here.
Now this is a little twist on your normal blueberry pies. Blueberry bacon pie.
Okay.
What?
If there's bacon in the pie.
Bacon?
Blueberry bacon.
For the breakfast thing, right? It's
yes.
kind of a breakfast.
It's part of your breakfast.
Do you taste the bacon?
We'll find out.
Part of the show is Jessie Mueller, who plays Jenna. She creates all these crazy pies going along with her character's mood. So.
Oh wow. So wait, the bacon is
very
made
good.
into the.
Bacon is made into the filling.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is really good.
Yeah, it is.
I like the
Really-
sweet and the savory thing.
I was gonna say you don't. It's not a strong flavor.
No, right, it isn't. It's
it
just
just
really
balances
subtle.
that out with a little salt.
So far, this is my favorite, though. I have to say,
Pecan.
the pecan.
I'm gonna live right here.
This is really great too.
I think we're all gonna have a new favorite right here, though. Look at this.
This is mermaid marshmallow pie.
It's
It's
like a
marshmallow and whipped cream
This looks like a
melted
party.
together
It does, go
with a
ahead.
graham cracker crust.
All right. Oh, I have to get some of the crust.
So wait, explain it again. Marshmallows
It's
and
melted marshmallow and whipped cream. Put into a graham cracker crust.
Oh wow, that's
with
very,
more
very
marshmallow.
good.
Oh,
It is.
I
That's
like
a party
that.
right there.
You know what? It's a graham
What's your
cracker.
favorite? What's your
It's the
favorite?
graham cracker crust.
The graham cracker crust. It's like picking a favorite kid. You just can't
They're
do
all
it.
so different. They're all so different. They're yummy.
I like that. It's like picking into
Hey,
favorite
Red,
kid.
which is your favorite?
Mine, I have to say, even though I love chocolate, the mermaid
It
marshmallow.
kind of it almost melts in your mouth
It
a little
does.
bit.
I was
And
scared
it's-
of this one.
No,
That's amazing.
it is. It's so great. It's just fun. It reminds
Yeah.
you of being a kid.
They literally told me that I have to stop eating because I have to read this. So I will do it. Coming up tomorrow, guys, Sabrina Carpenter opens up about her new single, On Purpose, and the future of Girl Meets World. And Laura Morano reveals why she still uses a flip phone.
Crazy.
Not the smartphone, she's doing a flip phone, and she's
Flip
sticking
phone.
to her guns. So tune in for that.
Well, thank you for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from Bryce Dallas Howard. Enjoy, and we'll see you tomorrow.
And great to see you. Thank you
Thank
for
you
being
so
here.
much. Thank you guys.
Let's eat more.
Enjoy.
Right? Hi, I'm Bryce Dallas Howard, and this is one last thing. Okay, so the last time I laughed so hard I cried was when I saw all those pictures at the DNC of Bill Clinton with the balloons. It was just his face with the balloons. It was really funny. It was really sweet, and of course the corresponding tweets that went with those images. Okay, so the last song I had stuck in my head was Let It Go. Let it go, let it go. And I love that song, but you know, at some point, we just gotta let it go.
The cold never bothered me anyway.
The last TV show I binged watched was Unreal.
Ask her, did you kill him?
Call the Emmys, baby! It's this really cool show, and it's kind of like, I'm really into The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, and it's sort of like a behind-the-scenes look at one of those competition shows.
Exit from Instagram doesn't exactly come as a surprise, however, as he first threatened to leave the social network after his rumored relationship with Sophia Richie was met with criticism from fans. Bieber wrote, "I'm gonna make my Instagram private if you guys don't stop the hate. If you guys are really fans, you wouldn't be so mean to people that I like." Bieber's post prompted